Can a computer be an artist? Turns out this question was already answered back in 1999, long before AI art became a headline. Today we'll dive into how an art revolution is reshaping creativity, how screensavers evolved into AI art, and how AI is transforming games, movies, and virtual worlds. Let's jump in. In part 1, we questioned what makes art good and why some works sell for millions, even when they seem simple. We used Barnett Newman's voice of fire to show how market price, intrinsic qualities like emotional impact and visual truth, and contextual factors, artist's reputation, provenance, expert opinion, and history, all combine to determine value. We also saw how social signaling, auction dynamics, and selling in the digital medium can drive prices far above what the artwork appearance or backstory alone would suggest. I highly recommend watching it if you haven't. 1. Electric Sheep, when a screensaver learned to create. In 1999, programmer Scott Graves released Electric Sheep, a screensaver unlike anything before. Instead of just idly flickering, it generated ever-changing fractal animations, abstract patterns that seemed almost alive. But how did it work? 3 key ideas made it possible. 1. Collective intelligence. Rendering a single fractal frame on one computer took nearly an hour. To create a smooth animation, you'd need months. Electric Sheep solved this by uniting all users' computers. When you ran the screensaver, your machine helped generate frames for everyone else. It was like thousands of tiny artists pulling their time to create art faster. 2. The flame algorithm. Imagine each fractal as having a genetic code with separate genes for shape, color, and texture. Modify these genes and the fractal changes, stretching, twisting, and glowing in new hues. The program used these genes to build complex, swirling visuals called flames. You could even blend 2 fractal genes to breed offspring that inherited traits from both parents. Over time, you got an endless variety of mesmerizing designs. And 3. Genetic or feedback algorithm. Once the fractals existed, Electric Sheep needed a way to evolve them. Users could vote like or dislike on any animation they saw. The program took those votes and identified the most popular genes. Then it tweaked them slightly, adding randomness, and showed the new versions next time. Over thousands of generations, the system gradually learned which fractal styles people found beautiful, producing ever more striking visuals without any human manually drawing a thing. Little did Graves know that, 2 decades later, AI-generated art would be the front page news, raising thousands of questions about creativity, ownership, and the future of human artistry. 2. AI art. Why so much drama? AI-generated images can look incredible, but they also stir up controversy. Here are the 3 main reasons people get upset. 1. It looks creepy. In 2016, legendary animator Hayao Miyazaki saw early AI animation and called it an insult to life itself. Back then, AI outputs often had strange glitches, faces that didn't look quite right, or movements that felt uncanny. Today's AI art is much better, but sometimes it still produces oddly distorted or spooky results. 2. Training on artists' work without permission. Critics say AI companies stole thousands of artists' images to train models. But AI doesn't store entire pictures. It learns patterns, how lines form shapes, how colors blend, how brush strokes work. Think of it like visiting a museum. You look at a painting, remember its style, and later try to paint something similar. You'd never sue the people for studying your artwork. Copyright laws protect against copying, not observing. Still, this debate highlights a deeper worry about automation. Will machines learn from what humans create and then replace us? 3. Skills suddenly got too easy. Imagine spending years mastering drawing only to have an AI churn out a decent sketch in seconds. That can feel like your hard-earned skill just lost its value. History shows this happens every time technology automates a craft. Scribes vanished after the printing press first appeared in the 15th century. Singers and audio engineers saw their roles shift when autotune first arrived in 1997. In the long run, new technology creates more opportunity. However, there's a big caveat. Some foundational skills which would have been used in a more complex manner in another situation fade away. Let me give an example. A calculator isn't able to solve Olympiad-level math. But if you rely on it too much, your mental math, which would have been used in solving more complicated problems, can weaken. 3. AI in games, films, and virtual worlds. AI isn't just making static images, it's revamping how we build entire experiences. Let's look at 3 big areas. 1. AI in games. Let's first talk about GPUs, the powerful graphics cards that make your games look amazing. Originally, GPUs were built just to handle beautiful visuals and frame rates in games. But then, people realized that the same power GPUs use to render 3D graphics is also perfect for training AI models, like training an AI how to recognize pictures or make art. So, GPUs and AI became best friends. GPU's day job was rendering stunning visuals like explosions in Call of Duty, and its night job became training AI to recognize cats in videos or to paint something. Here's where it gets funny. Nvidia's deep learning supersampling flips this around. AI comes back to help the GPU do its original job even better. Instead of rendering every single pixel, DLSS uses AI to guess what the extra pixels should look like. It's like an AI giving the GPU a break. Hey GPU, let me handle the boring bits, I'll fill in the details. So what started as a tool to make games pretty is now part of the AI revolution, and the AI is giving back by making games even prettier. What is happening with game engines? Take the example of Unity AI. Developers can describe a lever or NPC behavior in plain text, and the AI helps generate code, art, assets, or dialogue. Oasis is a Minecraft clone built almost entirely by AI watching gameplay videos. It's rough around the edges, but it shows how AI can learn from existing games. So what's next? Fully AI-driven worlds where NPCs hold natural conversations with you. Entire levels generated on the fly following a few simple rules. Imagine logging into a game and getting a fresh adventure every time. 2. AI in film and animation. Some 2025 Oscar nominees used AI to perfect accents, tweak singing, or remove background noise. Tasks that once took weeks of manual editing. Actors can perform on a black screen, and AI fills in backgrounds, crowds, or entire digital cities afterward. Need to translate dialogue into multiple languages? AI can lip sync actors' faces in real time, making foreign releases smoother. AI tools can generate storyboards, concept art, or even draft scenes. Directors who once sketched every frame by hand can now get instant visual mockups. 3. AI in virtual reality. Meta's Horizon Worlds is a VR platform that lets creators type a simple description, a medieval village with a market, or a futuristic city on Mars, and AI generates 3D models and environments in minutes. The world building happens way faster. What used to take weeks of 3D modeling now happens in hours. That means more time for fine-tuning and less for the grunt work. Let's do a wrap-up. From a crowdsourced fractal screensaver to AI-driven art, gaming, and filmmaking, we're witnessing creativity on steroids. In part 1, we covered how to judge art's value. price, visual impact, and backstory. Part 2 picks up there, showing how AI from electric ships fractals to DLSS in gaming and virtual worlds both challenge and enhance human creativity. All of this makes us wonder, what will the future look like?